It looks like the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is turning out to be a far more impressive upgrade than we initially expected. I've got 3 major updates that you absolutely need to know about. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, Maiky here. First on the list, let's talk about the bezels. Samsung is pushing the boundaries with the design of the Fold 7. This device will be taller, wider, and significantly thinner than its predecessor, the Fold 6. And when I say thinner, I mean record-breaking thinness for a foldable. But that's not all. Samsung has also slimmed down the bezels to an extraordinary degree, making them the thinnest we've ever seen on any foldable device. According to Ice Universe, the bezels on the Z Fold 7 are only 1mm thick, quite a leap from the 1.9mm bezels on the Fold 6. That's a noticeable reduction. Even the Flip 7 is getting in on the action, reportedly sporting 1.2mm bezels. However, before you get too excited thinking the entire frame is shrinking, let's clear up a small misconception. Initially, I thought Ice was referring to the thicker plastic border around the screen, but that's not the case. What he's actually talking about is the black border between the screen and the plastic frame, the true bezel. On the Fold 6, this part was already fairly minimal, but with the Fold 7, it's getting even thinner. And while it may seem subtle, thinner bezels enhance the front display's immersion and offer a sleeker, cleaner aesthetic. If you're curious about the visual impact of these changes, there's a comparison image circulating online that pits the Fold 6 against the Fold 7. Based on their exact dimensions, the difference is immediately noticeable. Both the inner and cover screens feature significantly slimmer bezels, and the size disparity is striking. The inner display has increased from 7.6 inches to 8.2 inches. Now, you might think that's just a 0.6-inch increase diagonally, but the overall surface area expands far more than you'd expect. In fact, the Z Fold 7 now feels more like holding a compact tablet. But let's not overlook the thickness. This is where things get a bit more complicated. Initially, leaks suggested that the Z Fold 7 would measure 9.5mm in thickness when folded and 4.5mm when unfolded, already slimmer than the Fold 6, which comes in at 12.1mm when folded. Then, another leak claimed the phone would fold down to just 8.2mm, matching the thickness of the S25 Ultra, which seemed almost unbelievable. Now, Ice Universe has cleared up the confusion. The Z Fold 7 will reportedly be 8.9mm thick when folded, still incredibly thin, but not quite as extreme as the 8.2mm that was previously rumored. But here's where things get really impressive: the unfolded thickness. When opened, the Z Fold 7 will measure just 3.9mm thick. That's bordering on the absurd. To put it in perspective, the current thinnest unfolded foldable on the market is the Oppo Find N5, measuring 4.21mm thick. So it's safe to say Samsung has outdone them by a significant margin. We're now entering a territory where these foldables are nearly as thin as a USB-C port, which is honestly incredible. And remember when Chinese brands used to poke fun at Samsung for creating bulky foldables? Well, looks like the tables have turned. There's also a size comparison image circulating, showcasing all of Samsung's recent foldables, including the special edition model. From the image, it's clear that the Z Fold 7 surpasses the special edition in overall dimensions. This pretty much confirms that the Z Fold 7's display size is indeed 8.2 inches, making it the largest screen ever featured on a foldable device. Here's where things get a little tricky. Ice Universe has revealed that Samsung is using a new type of battery and charging technology in the Z Fold 7. While he didn't specify whether it's silicon carbon batteries or something else, he confirmed it's a fresh innovation. Sounds promising, right? Well, not so fast. Despite the new tech, the battery capacity remains unchanged at 14,400 mAh. That's a bit of a letdown. It seems Samsung opted to make the battery thinner to help slim down the device, rather than using that extra space to increase capacity. While that's impressive from an engineering perspective, many of us would have preferred a bit more battery life over trimming another millimeter off the phone's profile. As for the charging tech, Ice Universe mentioned some new developments, but certification documents still list the same charging speeds. So what gives? Could it be a case of faster charging at the same wattage? Perhaps it's due to improved thermal management or better efficiency. Whatever the case, it seems the charging speed itself isn't getting an upgrade, which is definitely a bit of a letdown. Meanwhile, the Z Flip 7 will feature a 4,300 mAh battery, just 100 mAh less than the Z Fold 7, despite being nearly half the size. How does that make sense, Samsung? We're scratching our heads here. That said, the Z Fold 7 remains a massive upgrade. It's finally delivering the hardware enhancements we've been asking for: a slimmer design, a larger display, narrower bezels, enhanced cameras, a virtually creaseless screen, and more. If only they had managed to squeeze in a larger battery and perhaps added a periscope camera, this would have been the perfect foldable. Even so, I'm genuinely excited about it. This could finally be the foldable that feels like it's truly free of compromises. I'm definitely planning to upgrade. The only lingering question is whether these upgrades will come with a steep price hike. Fingers crossed they don't. By the way, Samsung is also set to unveil the S25 Edge tomorrow. Click here to catch all the latest updates on the S25 Edge.
Sleepless nights and headaches stack, restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll